Now, do you know how cheese is made? If you don't, you wouldn't be alone. It's not something they teach you at school, or at least it never used to be. In Queensland, they've started a program that mixes cheese making with high school chemistry. Sarah found out about a class that swapped Bunsen burners for curds and whey in the name of science and agriculture.
Think of a chemistry class and you probably think test tubes, mixing solutions, periodic tables. Probably not cheese.
What?
But this is a chemistry class. And these kids are making cheese. It's an idea being trialled by 15 schools in Queensland, bringing cheese making into the science curriculum as a way of teaching kids how chemistry is used in the real world. Because, believe it or not, there's some pretty complex chemistry involved in cheese making. It's about actually changing the structure of the proteins in the milk. You might have seen that happen naturally when milk goes off. But cheesemakers do it by adding mould, and this stuff called rennet, which is made from the enzymes in an animal's gut. It makes the milk curdle. You get milky white whey and lumpy curds, and that's what the cheese is made from. But before they could teach the kids, the teachers had some learning to do, from Aussie cheese guru Russell Smith.
I think it's quite a great opportunity for kids to see how, one of the products, basic primary products, is produced.
They said not every kid would realise where cheese came from.
Talking to some students years ago, asking them, younger students, not senior students, about where milk came from, and a young girl told me they came from seals. And she had no idea of them, a farm and cows, and the only reason she said seal was that because on the label of the milk it was Paul's Gold Seal Milk.
Then came cheese making day at Sandgate High. The kids were making camembert cheese. That's this stuff. It's really soft and mild and creamy to taste. Although to some Sandgate kids it seemed like a pretty weird idea.
Do you like camembert?
Camembert, honestly, not really.
When we first were told that it was cheese making that we were doing this term, I was a bit sceptic. I didn't think it was anything to do with chemistry at all, but it's really interesting.
But cheese making takes more than one lesson. The curds had to be separated from the whey and then stored at just the right temperature for 8 weeks. And then it had to be turned over regularly. And there are lots of things that can go wrong. If any of the wrong sorts of bacteria get in, or the temperature's not right, or if their quantities were wrong, they could get very dodgy camembert. The big test came at the Royal Queensland Food and Wine Show. For the first time ever, there was a student cheese making section, and camemberts from all over the state were put to the test.
I expect to see cheeses that are much better than what we see on the shelves, actually.
The very best came from St Aidan's Anglican Girls' School, but Sandgate did pretty well too, bagging 3rd place. The program was such a success that next year there'll be more Queensland teachers and students learning the art and the science of cheese.
Cheese!
Cheese!